Dooba Dooba. Dooba Dooba. Dooba Dooba. We watched Dooba Dooba. You will not know what the hell I'm talking about.
Unless you watch the film.
Unless you watch the movie. So, we were accepted to Screenfest Los Angeles. But we couldn't make it in person, of course, because we don't live in LA. And they were courteous enough to provide us with contacts to the filmmakers to see if they want to send us a screener to our house. And so I sent out a bunch of emails, and the first one I got back was for Dooba Dooba. Groggy liked that one.
He really liked that
He
one.
likes that word, or that phrase.
Dooba Dooba?
Dooba Dooba. Yeah, he's into that one. So Dooba Dooba is a ridiculous title. Is a found footage style film like I've not seen before.
Yeah.
This is definitely unique. I'll give it that. So this is about a girl who is hired to come babysit a 16-year-old girl. Already sounds odd.
Yes.
And the parents are going out and are going to be gone for the night. And she has never met this person before. And they tell her that she has to use a certain phrase while walking around. Otherwise, she will send this girl into a panic. And so, yeah, the night goes from there. And there are security cameras and cameras set up all throughout the house, everywhere. And we get to see her experience babysitting Madison.
No, Monroe.
Monroe.
Yeah, Monroe.
Monroe, that's right. Madison is the name of someone else. Anyway, yeah, Monroe. Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. When the movie started, it's got a very unique structure to, like, I shouldn't say structure. It's got a very unique style to it, with these spliced videos in between our footage. They present it like it's a school project, which I thought was an interesting way to go. And when it started, I felt like the acting and stuff was rather bad, and I thought maybe it was just like part of, like, I thought it was a bit, like I thought someone was acting in like a school project, and then that's not what was happening. But then for some reason after that, once the parents go away and it's really just the babysitter and the 16-year-old kid, then I didn't feel like that anymore. I felt like the acting from them was good together.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the interaction with the parents felt hammy.
Yeah.
And kind of like not very good. But then once they leave, everything from there felt fine and like a regular type of like found footage film. So that was an odd experience. But regardless, yeah, this movie starts kind of goofy and then progressively gets more and more twisted and fucked up towards the end.
Yeah. I feel like I really like this film. It's super unique. I think that this is maybe the kind of movie... I have a hard time calling it found footage, although it technically is, but the style of it and the way that it's found footage it's just very stylized, and I could kind of see people having a problem with it, maybe, like, I don't know, found footage, like, purists, I guess.
They're breaking the rules.
Yeah, like, I would say that there's explanation for camera angles because there's cameras everywhere, but there are camera angles in insane places that you're just like, there's a camera there, like, what are you talking about?
Inside a toaster.
Yeah, like, so that kind of stuff, which is fine. I'm like, it's fine. Because it honestly gives it even more of kind of a creepy feel to it. Like, to be seeing things from angles that you're like, there's no way there would be a camera there. And if there is...
It just makes it feel uncomfortable.
This is insane,
right?
yeah. So I feel like that adds to it a bit. But
there's only one camera angle in this that I remember that I can't really explain, and it's like a body cam that the 16-year-old's supposedly wearing, and then when the camera angle changes, I'm like looking all over her body, being like, "Where's that camera?
Where's that camera?
There's no fucking camera on her."
But I like the style though. I like there's a blending of like other media edited in, and as the movie goes on, like the like format of the film kind of gets progressively weirder.
Yes.
And more artsy, I would say too, which I like. I think that it does add this unsettling factor that really like complements the story as well. And I do agree with you. I think the opening, like, it does feel kind of uncomfortable and a little weird, but like later on, the rest of the film, like the acting, I actually think is really good, especially from the actor that plays the 16-year-old in this. I thought that they did a really good job, actually. It was kind of like bordering on the like, and this is a compliment too, so this is, if the actor is watching, if the actress is watching, this is not supposed to not be a compliment, but it is that kind of like, are you acting or are you really like this? Which I, it happens in found footage films. And to me, that's great because I'm like, I want to believe that this is just a person and not an actor. Surboy was like one of the scarier ones.
Be My Cat.
Be My Cat. Like those ones where they are really disturbing to me because I'm like, I
have a hard time
believing
that you're not insane in real life. So
this is a compliment because there is it's a performance. I know it's a performance, but it's done really well. I thought it was done very, very well. And yeah, like, by the end of the film, like, I was, like, really disturbed by, like, what happens. I felt like this was a very freaky film in terms of, like, the content of, like, which is what goes down. And it wasn't really what I was expecting. Yeah, it goes really hard. There's one shot that was, like, really messed up and disturbing.
Yeah.
That's, like, very graphic, graphic, and very like, oh my god. And yeah, so I don't know, I think that this is a success. I don't know if this is some kind of like directorial debut or anything. I don't know anything about the creator of this, but for me, I thought it was a cool film. And it's nice to get, like, we've talked before when we watch found footage films, you do kind of get a lot of the same tropes in a lot of found footage. You get the people going out into the woods and they're going camping, and then you get all these shots of like dark woods because everybody wants to just be the Blair Witch Project, which is, I totally get it. Love the Blair Witch Project. Like, I understand the appeal of filming in the woods. It's a free place to film, right?
Yeah.
That can just be automatically creepy. But this was very unique, and I like that. I think that this is a cool, unique thing that was attempted and I think done very successfely.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. I'll definitely give it that, and I quite liked it. I think that it really went for it in the end. This is not a directorial debut. The writer of this, Erland Hollingsworth, or Erland?
I'm not sure how you say that.
Erland. They did a movie called Z, which is an hour and 10 minutes, so that's like a full feature. I don't know. It doesn't have a poster or anything, so I don't know if that's like a, home project kind of thing. But then they have an actual movie here called Homestead. So I don't know anything about their previous work, but this is a very cool, genuinely unique found footage film, which you don't come across much.
No, and it's very memorable.
Yeah.
Like, I can see Dooba Dooba being something we say all the time.
Oh, yeah. I said that when the movie started. Even if this movie sucked, that's going to, be a memorable thing from the film because it's said so many times. And
it's so weird. And when you watch it, you'll be like, what?
The only thing I could see people being upset with outside of, like, as you said, purists maybe being like, how are some of those shots possible, right? That never really bothered me. I was just trying to figure them out. But the only other thing I could see is that they'll be bummed that this movie doesn't really have any explanations for certain things. Like, certain things just don't really go anywhere, so to speak, where you get further information on why that's relevant or what the fuck that even means or what these people are. Yeah. But I think that's purposeful.
I do too.
And I think that it adds to the film. I don't think it detracts from the film or subtracts from the film. So I'll be curious to see the response once this does get released. This had its debut almost a year ago. And now it's getting another festival run here a year later. So I do hope that this is going to get released soon. I would hope they'd get it out sometime this year. I doubt that's going to happen, but maybe this will go to VOD by the end of the year. We don't get information like that on these films, unfortunately. We just kind of get to give you a heads up of what to look forward to in the months, years to come, potentially. Some of these, I mean, Somnium finally just came out this freaking last couple weeks or something, and we saw that for. But yeah, I mean, maybe
you're watching this review in the future after the film has been released.
Sure.
And, so yeah, greetings from the past, if that's true.
Yeah, this is definitely the most memorable found footage film from this year.
Yeah,
the thing that it doesn't even, I don't know, for some reason, even though there's not a lot of similarities, but the only film that it's reminded me of recently in any way, shape, or form is Buffet Infinity, because it's just got a very weird editing style to it, and it keeps cutting away to these like random like commercials at times. And there's an oddness to everything, and it's very off-putting, and it goes so hard in the end that I was like,
it sort of feels a little bit it feels a little analog horror too.
Yeah.
Like that vibe is there, which is I think what I like so much about this style.
Yeah, because there's like nothing clean in this movie. It looks like it was filmed on a camcorder in the 90s.
Right, which is funny because we just reviewed a film that was really a found footage film that's very clean and crisp looking, and this one, it's like so grainy,
so bad,
and like there's shots that are like, they're like kind of grainy, and then there's a zoom in, and it just like completely like keeps distorting the image and stuff, but it works really well. It's done and it adds to the like vibe of everything.
Yeah, I think this is a big win. Yeah. Honestly, when we first started this, like I said, we were maybe 10 minutes into this, 15 minutes into this, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to like this. I'm not going to dig it. So give it a little bit longer. Once the parents leave and you actually get to see the interaction between Amna and Monroe, at least give them till like Truth or Dare. That's all I'll say. Just get through the Truth or Dare scene. And if you're still not vibing with it, then maybe this isn't going to be for you. But by that point, I was like, okay, this movie's fucking getting really bizarre in a good way. And I'm about this. So then I'll say this too. Last thing. I think that if I started this movie over now, if I watched it again, because I know the vibe of the film, because I know where this is heading, because I know everything, I don't think the beginning would bother me at all now.
No, and I wasn't as bothered by the opening because I do think it gives you this, like, you're already just uncomfortable with everything. And, like, the behavior and the way people are acting, you're just like, what's going on?
It just took me a minute to kind of, like, acclimate myself to the movie. But I understand what you're saying, yeah. And it was because it's so unique and different, sometimes it just takes some getting used to because you're just used to, because, like, we literally just watched this previous film, which is the, like, plagiarism, rinse, lather, repeat, paint by numbers type of film that I'm so used to. And those types of movies, they're very easy to to vibe with instantly because they're so familiar.
Like, you know what to expect, you know what's
happening.
happening.
And this is not familiar.
No.
And so it can be off-putting for a moment. And I'm like, oh no, is this going to be shit? But then once you start to like click in and vibrate with it on the same wavelength, then you're like, oh, now I'm starting to get it. And I think now having an understanding of how this movie is, going back to the beginning, I would be like, oh, I'm not feeling like that at all now.
Yeah.
Right? So I think this film grew on me as it continued and fixed any issues I might have had with it starting it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very cool. And it's
Very
only
cool.
like an hour and 10 or something,
Yeah.
so it never overstays its welcome. You actually, I would have
I would have
wanted
sat
more.
for another 20
I would have,
minutes.
yeah, for sure.
A little more?
This is the one where I'm like, shit, I wish this one was a little longer.
Yeah.
So, all right, are we going to do our Alien review in 5 minutes?
No.
No.
You'll have to wait.
All right, guys. So, Dooba Dooba. Grogs, what do you think about Dooba Dooba?
Dooba Dooba?
Dooba Dooba, buddy.
Dooba Dooba.
You're going to be hearing that a lot in this house.
Dooba Dooba.
All right. Dooba Dooba out.
Dooba Dooba.